Thanks for checking out this video. Before we start, I am not a financial advisor and none of this should be considered financial advice. This tool is for educational and personal planning purposes only. It does not constitute financial, tax, legal or investment advice. All projections are estimates based on the values that you enter and are not guaranteed. Welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the Roth Conversion Optimizer from scratch. Every step, every number, every decision, using a real example portfolio so you can see exactly how it works and what it tells you. By the end of this video, we'll have a complete year-by-year Roth conversion plan for our example portfolio, and you'll know exactly how to build one for your own situation. Let's get into it. Before we touch any numbers, let me take 60 seconds to explain why Roth conversions matter, because if you don't understand the problem, the solution won't make sense. Right now, money sitting in a traditional IRA or 401k is growing tax deferred. That sounds great, but here's the catch. From age 73, the IRS requires you to take minimum distributions from that account every year, whether you need the money or not. These are called RMDs, or Required Minimum Distributions, and the amount goes up every year as the divisor shrinks with age. Here's where it gets painful. If your IRA has grown to say $700,000 by the time you're 73, and your first RMD is around $26,000, that's taxable income. Add Social Security, also partly taxable, and suddenly you could be paying 22%, 24% or even 32% tax on income you didn't choose to take. But it gets worse. Once RMD income pushes your total over certain thresholds, your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums jump. That's the IRMAA surcharge, potentially adding $1,400 to $5,800 a year in avoidable costs. This is called the Tax Torpedo. And once you're 73, there's almost nothing you can do about it. The solution is Roth conversions. In the years before 73, you voluntarily move money out of your pre-tax IRA and into a Roth IRA, paying tax today at a known rate, typically 12% or 22%. So that money never appears as a forced RMD later. Your IRA balance is smaller when 73 arrives, your RMDs are smaller, your tax rate is lower, and your Medicare premiums stay in check. The question is, how much should you convert each year? Convert too little and you barely dent the problem. Convert too much and you overshoot tax brackets or trigger IRMAA or lose ACA subsidies before Medicare starts. That's exactly what this tool calculates. So exactly why is this tool different? There are dozens of Roth conversion calculators out there. Most of them ask you to enter a conversion amount and then tell you the tax cost of that amount. That's useful, but it puts the hardest part of the problem back on you. This tool works differently. Instead of asking you what you want to convert, it maps out your entire conversion window year by year, showing you exactly how much bracket space is available in each year, identifies the income cliff you must not cross, IRMAA, the ACA subsidy threshold, and then calculates the optimal conversion amount for every single year automatically. It does this across 6 different strategies, from conservative to aggressive, and lets you compare them side by side on a single screen. Then it scores your chosen strategy against the 6 confidence checks and produces a printable year-by-year conversion calendar you can put in your tax folder and act on. There's no other tool at this price point that does all of this in one place in plain English with this level and transparency about why each number is what it is. And everything runs in your browser. No account, no login, no subscription, no data sent anywhere, 100% private. One file, yours forever, and works offline. The first thing to do before entering any personal numbers is to update the tax rates. You'll see the tax rates button at the top. It shows amber if the rates haven't been verified for the current year. And there it is. When you click it, this opens a panel showing all the IRS parameters this tool uses: bracket ceilings, standard deductions, IRMAA tiers, ACA, federal poverty levels. To update these numbers in 2 minutes, copy the AI prompt and paste it into any AI assistant, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you prefer. The AI will look up the current year's published IRS and HHS figures and return them in a format this tool can read directly. So let's do that. If we scroll down, we can see the prompt here that we want to copy. We are going to copy this prompt and we're going to paste this into ChatGPT and give it a second to come back with a response. And we're going to copy that response and paste it back into our tool. You'll see the badge turn green. That's your confirmation that every calculation from this point on uses the correct current year figures. We now see the rates verified message with a button to edit values manually if desired. The amber button at the top of the page turns green. Here it is, and confirms the current rates are verified. Clicking this button will open the tax parameters window. If there is a need to re-import in the future, this can be done by opening this window and expanding the import rate section from AI. Here. This is where we can re-import this if we ever need to do in future, but we don't need to do that now. You only need to do this once a year, or when you first start using the tool. After that, your rates are saved automatically. Now let's enter our example portfolio. Meet a hypothetical person. They are 62 years old, single, no state income tax, and we're planning to age 90. The IRA and 401 combined is $350,000, shown in this area, growing at 7% per year, showing in this area. The Roth IRA is $130,000, shown in this area here, also at 7%. They expect Social Security of $2,800 a month, which they plan to claim at 67. No pension, no part-time income, monthly spending goal of $4,000, and they expect to withdraw about $18,000 a year from the IRA once they're in retirement. We'll come back to why this matters. Inflation is set at 3%, and that's conservative and realistic. Notice up here on the right, this is a feature I love. 2 chips appear as soon as you enter an age. For our person at 62, it says 11-year conversion window. That's how many years they have until RMDs start at 73. And below that, IRA projected $737,000 at 73 if no action. That's what happens to a $350,000 IRA growing at 7% for 11 years if you don't convert a penny. That's the number we're trying to reduce. When we're ready, click Calculate My Plan. The tool runs all the calculations and takes you to Step 2. Step 2 shows you the problem in full color. This is what's happening if you do absolutely nothing. The bar chart shows your projected required minimum distribution for each year from age 73 onwards. These are annual amounts, and they're mandatory. The IRS requires you to take them whenever you need income or not. For our example, that first RMD at 73 is around $17,000 for the year, roughly $1,400 a month on top of Social Security. That might not sound alarming on its own, but look what happens over time. By age 80, the annual RMD is $27,000. By age 85, it's $37,000. By 89, it's $46,000, a year, nearly 3 times the first RMD. The reason it grows so relentlessly is that two forces are working simultaneously. The IRA balance is still compounding at 7%, so it keeps growing even as you draw from it. And the IRS divisor used to calculate the RMD shrinks every year as life expectancy shortens. Bigger balance, smaller divisor, that combination means the mandatory withdrawal escalates every single year with no ceiling. The Tax Torpedo chart shows the effective marginal rate curve, how much tax you actually pay on each additional dollar of income at this level. That step-shaped is Social Security taxation kicking in. Up to certain income levels, Social Security is completely tax-free. Cross one threshold and 50% becomes taxable. Cross the next and it jumps to 85%. The insidious part is that one extra dollar of RMD income doesn't just get taxed once. It also pulls more Social Security into the taxable zone, effectively taxing that dollar at a much higher rate than the bracket suggests. That's the torpedo. The marginal cost of an extra dollar of forced RMD income is higher than it looks. For our example, this is the reality that's locked in at 73 if we do nothing today. Step 3 shows us the window we have to prevent it. Step 3 maps out the opportunity. 11 horizontal bars, one for each year from 62 to 72, showing exactly how much bracket space is available for conversions in each year. The green portion of each bar is the 12% bracket room. The blue portion is additional room up to the 22% bracket ceiling. The red line is the IRMAA threshold. Don't cross this once Medicare starts. The amber line in early years is the ACA subsidy cliff. Cross that and the marketplace health insurance subsidy disappears. For our person at 62, they're in a particularly good position in years 1 and 2. Ages 62 and 63 because they have no Social Security yet and very little other income. That means almost all of their bracket space is available for conversions. The ACA cliff at around 62,600 is the binding constraint in those early years, not the 22% bracket. From 65 onwards, when Medicare starts, the ACA constraint drops away and IRMAA becomes the only guardrail. The summary cards at the top tell the complete story. 11 years, substantial bracket space, significant IRMAA headroom in most years. The opportunity is there. Step 4 tells us exactly where the edges are. Step 4 is interactive. This thermometer shows your projected income, the blue marker relative to the IRMAA threshold and its tiers. Drag this slider to add a hypothetical conversion amount. Watch what happens to the blue marker as you drag it up. The moment it crosses the IRMAA threshold, the cost shown below jumps. That's the Part B and Part D surcharge appearing. Drag it further and it crosses into Tier 2. For our single filer, Tier 1 starts at 109,000 of MAGI. That's our hard ceiling in Medicare years. Converting anything that pushes income above that costs us around $1,400 a year in avoidable Medicare premiums. If you are pre-65, which our person is for the first 3 years, the ACA panel also appears, showing the subsidy cliff. For our person, total MAGI needs to stay below 62,600 in those years to preserve the marketplace subsidy. These two numbers, 62,600 before 65 and 109,000 from 65 onwards, are our guardrails. Everything else is optimized within these boundaries. This slider is for exploration only. Adjusting it does not set your conversion amount and has no effect on your plan. Your actual year-by-year conversion amounts are calculated in Step 5. Step 5 is where the plan takes shape. We have different strategies we can choose from: no conversion, filter 12%, filter 22%, IRMAA safe, and optical mix. Look at this table. 11 rows, one for each year of the conversion window. Each row shows the year, the age, the base income that year, the recommended conversion amount, the tax cost of that conversion, which bracket falls into, and the running Roth balance after each conversion. For years 62 and 63, the tool is ACA aware. It limits conversions to keep MAGI just below 62,600, so the entire ACA subsidy is preserved while still taking meaningful progress on converting the IRA. For our person with minimal other income in those years, that's roughly 45,000 to 50,000 of conversions per year. From 65 onwards, once Medicare starts, the tool fills to the 22% bracket while staying below the 109,000 IRMAA line. Conversions in those years are larger, often 70,000 to 80,000 per year. 4 summary cards give you the headline number, total conversions over the window, estimated lifetime tax savings compared to no action, projected RMD reduction at age 73, and projected Roth balance at 73. The lifetime tax savings card is the one to focus on. It shows in dollar terms what this strategy is worth over a lifetime. Because every dollar converted at today's 12% or 22% rate is a dollar that won't be forced out of RMD at a potentially higher rate later. We'll compare all 6 strategies side by side in the next step. Before we go on to the next step, let's just have a quick look at the amounts recommended to convert for these other strategies. And you will notice down here as well, insights and recommendations. Have a read through this. This will help you understand in greater detail. Step 6 is the comparison view. 6 buttons, one for each strategy. Start with no conversion. This is your baseline. Let's look at each one of these in more detail. No conversion shows what retirement looks like if you never convert a single dollar. High projected RMD, high effective tax rate at 73, low after-tax monthly income. This is the benchmark every other strategy beats. And fill to 12%. More conservative, lower tax cost per dollar converted, but doesn't move as much money. Good if you're already near the 22% bracket. And the 22% button, the classic recommendation, converts slightly more, reduces the IRA more aggressively, meaningfully better outcome than 12% only. IRMAA safe, identical to 22% in pre-Medicare years, but caps conversions just below the IRMAA threshold in Medicare years. Important for our example because large 22% bracket conversions could potentially brush against the IRMAA line. ACA Bridge prioritizes subsidy preservation in the pre-65 years, then switches to IRMAA safe. This is the approach Optical Mix is built on for our portfolio. And finally, Optical Mix. 4 metric cards summarize the outcome total conversions before age 73. Estimated lifetime tax savings versus no conversion, projected Roth balance at 73, and estate value gain for heirs. For our portfolio, the lifetime tax savings figure is meaningful, and the estate value gain reflects the Roth advantage under the 10-year inherited IRA rules, where heirs can stretch distributions tax-free over a decade rather than paying ordinary income tax on forced IRA withdrawals. Each strategy also shows a trajectory chart. The two lines are your IRA balance and Roth balance over time. With optical mix, you can see the IRA declining steadily through the conversion years, while the Roth grows strongly. By 73, the shape is much healthier than the no conversion baseline where the IRA dominates everything. When you found the strategy that makes sense for you, move to step 7 for the confidence check. Step 7 is where everything comes together. 6 automated checks run on your chosen strategy, in this case optimal mix. Check 1. Tax Torpedo Neutralized, green. Our projected effective marginal rate at 73 is lower than the no conversion baseline. The torpedo is diffused. Check 2. IRMAA respected in all conversion years, green. No year in our plan crosses the 109,000 MAGI threshold. Medicare premiums stay at the standard rate. Check 3. ACA cliff avoided in pre-Medicare years, green. In years 62 and 63, conversions are capped to keep MAGI below 62,600. The full ACA subsidy is protected. Check 4. RMD burden meaningfully reduced, green. The projected RMD at 73 is more than 20% lower than the no conversion baseline, not eliminated but substantially reduced. Check 5. Monthly retirement income improved, green. After-tax income every month is higher than doing nothing. Check 6. Estate value improved, green. The combined value of the Roth and remaining IRA for heirs accounting for the 10% inherited IRA distribution period is better than the baseline. 6 out of 6. The chip at the top reads strong confidence. Below the checklist is your printable summary card. This is clean, black and white friendly and contains everything you need: your profile, the recommended strategy, the year-by-year conversion calendar, key metrics, and all 6 confidence checks. This is what you print and put in your tax folder. One page you can hand to your accountant at the start of every year and say, "This is what I'm doing and why." Although the Roth Conversion Optimizer is a standalone app, the beauty of it is it does integrate tightly with our retirement income planner. Step 7 does more than confirm your plan is sound. It's also where you send that plan directly to the retirement income planner. There's a section at the bottom of step 7 called Use this plan in the retirement income planner. One button, one file, and every Roth conversion field in the planner is filled in automatically. Let me show you exactly how it works. You'll see the export block beneath the checklist. It explains that the retirement income planner is available separately and offers a single button. Export conversion plan. When we click it, the optimizer packages your complete optimal mix calendar. Every year, every conversion amount, every age from 62 to 72 into a small file and downloads it. The file name includes your starting age and today's date, so it's easy to identify later. That file is what you'll carry across to the retirement income planner. Open the retirement income planner and go to the Edit tab. I've got it set up here in a different tab, and we can go to the Edit tab here. Scroll down to the Roth IRA section and you'll see the import block. Here it is in the Roth IRA section. There's the import block, and we're going to choose the file that we just exported, and that is this Roth plan here. I'm going to open that, and now we see that those numbers have been imported. That's it. The planner reads your conversation calendar, averages each year's amounts into the appropriate phase, and writes the values directly into the Roth conversion fields. You'll see a green confirmation message showing exactly what was applied to each phase. The fields are already filled. The planner has immediately recalculated with these values. Your phase income cards, tax figures, and Roth balance trajectory have all updated in the background. If your confirmation messages shows a tapered phase advisory, a small warning that conversions taper within a phase, that's the importer being transparent about this smoothing. For most users, the difference is minimal. One thing to be aware of: the optimizer only sees IRA withdrawals, Social Security, and any other income you entered. It doesn't know about equity withdrawals in the retirement planner. If your plan includes drawing from an equity portfolio during the conversion window years, those capital gains count towards MAGI and may reduce the headroom the optimizer assumed. If the ACA or IRMAA check turns amber or red after importing, reduce the conversion amount in the affected phase until it clears. The combination of the two tools gives you the complete picture. The Roth Optimizer tells you how much to convert each year and why, and the Retirement Income Planner shows you how those conversions reshape your income, tax position, and account balances from age 62 all the way to 90, with one file transfer connecting them. So that's the complete Roth Conversion Optimizer walkthrough. For our example portfolio, age 62, $350,000 IRA single filer, the optimal mix strategy produces a fully verified year-by-year conversion plan that neutralizes the tax torpedo, stays below every Medicare and ACA cliff, and improves after-tax retirement income every single month. And we have 6 independent checks confirming that this plan actually delivers what it promises. This is not a number a simple calculator gives you. This is a plan with transparency, with guardrails, with a confidence score, and with a printable action item for each year of your conversion window. If you found this useful, the tool is available as a one-time purchase at our Etsy store, WebNomadStudio. No subscription, no login, works offline, and is 100% private, yours to keep and update every year using the built-in AI rate refresh. The companion retirement income planner that models your full withdrawal strategy across all phases of retirement is designed to work together with the Roth Conversion Optimizer, and as you just saw, the two tools work together naturally. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.